Okay, hello everyone. We are from Group 5 and we are here at Damai Beach where near the Santubong. We are about to discuss our topic, which is acid rain. So here we go.
That has the properties of acidic, such as sulfuric acid or nitric acid, that falls to the ground from the atmosphere in the form of wet or dry form, such as rain, snow, haze or dust. Next is the formation of acid rain. Here is the cycle for the formation of acid rain. Acid rain results when sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide are emitted into the atmosphere and transported by wind and air currents. The sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide react with water, oxygen, and other chemicals to form sulfuric and nitric acid. These then mix with water and other material before falling to the ground. While a small portion of the sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide that cause acid rain is from natural sources such as volcanoes, most of it comes from the burning of fossil fuel. The major sources of sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide in the atmosphere are burning of fossil fuel to generate electricity, vehicle and heavy equipment, manufacturing or refineries, and other industries. Wind can blow sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide over long distances and across borders, making acid rain is a problem for everyone and not just those who live close to these sources.
That the pH difference has a huge impact on the aquatic ecosystem. Ocean acidification can hamper the ability of certain marine organisms such as coral, sea urchins, and certain type of phytoplankton to use calcium carbonate for making their outer hard shells, or called as exoskeleton. These organisms provide essential food and habitat for other species in the ocean. So their demise would actually disrupt and affect the food chain of the entire ocean ecosystem.
Previous research by Tony and the others has suggested that the ocean will become another 0.3 to 0.4 pH unit lower by the end of the century, which actually translates to a 100 to 150 increase in acidity. This finding were published recently in the online early edition of the Proceeding of the National Academy of Sciences. In addition to acidification, excess nitrogen inputs from the atmosphere promote increased growth of phytoplankton and other marine plants, which in turn may cause more frequent harmful algal blooms and eutrophication. So eutrophication is actually the creation of the oxygen depleted dead zones in some part of the oceans. So when this happens, the BOD increase and thus increasing area of the ocean that does not have oxygen in them for plants and animals to live. So the BOD increase is the bio-oxygen demand increase.
How acid rain harm trees? Acid rain does not usually kill trees directly. Instead, it is more likely to weaken trees by damaging their leaves, limiting the nutrients available to them, or exposing them to toxic substances slowly released from the soil. Quite often, injury or death of trees is a result of this effect of acid rain in combination of one or more additional threats.
Scientists know that acidic water dissolves the nutrients and helpful minerals in the soil and then washes them away before trees and other plants can use them to grow. At the same time, acid rain causes the release of substances that are toxic to trees and plants, such as aluminum, into the soil. Scientists believe that this combination of loss of soil nutrients and increase of toxic aluminum may be one way that acid rain harms trees. Such substances also wash away in the runoff and are carried into streams, rivers, and lakes.
However, acid rain pollution cannot be prevented as a whole. This is because it has been happening for several years and almost every country around the globe facing the same problems. But there are several ways to reduce the acid rain pollution, such as carpooling.